Hey, today I am going to talk to you about water consumption. Why? Because it is one of the most important things you can do to get yourself healthy. It is shocking to me over and over, although I'm not sure why I'm still shocked, but the number of people who just don't drink water. And when I get new clients, it's the very first thing that we talk about typically is how much water are you drinking a day? And I have a lot of people that are like, well, I don't like water. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't like water? How do you not like water? But a lot of people have it in their head that they don't like water, therefore they won't drink it. Well, I'm here to tell you, you have to. There is no substitution for water. There's none. You can do things to flavor it up, but there is no substitution for water. Why? Because our bodies are made up of 75% water, so we need to replenish it constantly. It's just like these fountains that flow constantly and the water has to keep going through. You need it for your brain, you need it for your organs, you need it for your circulatory system and your skeletal system. Everything in your body depends on you being hydrated. When you're dehydrated, bad things happen. You can have skin problems, you can have digestive problems, you can get headaches, and headaches lead to lots of other issues. So being dehydrated is super bad for your body. And so how much water should you be drinking? I mean, typically they say 6 to 8 ounce glasses a day, about 64 ounces of water. Now, I have a friend that's 4'10". She's not going to be consuming the same amount of water as my brothers who are 6'3". So it's just like food. You can't have just a baseline, everybody should be having this amount of calories. Same thing with water. You just have to learn how to read your body's signals, basically. A lot of issues and ailments that you have or potentially can have can be fixed if you stay hydrated. Now, in the summertime, it's easy to get dehydrated, but it's also easy to stay hydrated because we're hot and thirsty, and so we automatically drink more. It's the winter time and the times when it's cold that we forget to drink water. So sometimes it takes a little more of a concerted effort when it's not summer and it's not hot and humid to get water in. It can become a habit. It has to become a habit, basically. I know when I used to work in an office setting, I would take my Smart Water bottle. Actually, I'd just keep it there, and it emptied, I'd refill it, emptied, I'd refill it, probably 4 times a day. I got my water consumption in an 8-hour workday. But since I've been working at home, I actually have to make a concerted effort to get water in. Sometimes it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, wow, I've had 1 bottle. That's not sufficient, So you really have to make it a habit. And sometimes to get clients into the mode of drinking water, I'll have them actually set an alarm on their phone so it goes off every so often as a reminder to refill your water bottle. Or if you haven't, then you better down it and then refill it again. Now, if it's 6 o'clock at night and you've had 8 ounces of water, you don't want to try to cram in the rest of the water that you should have had all day long, or you're going to be up going to the bathroom all night. So don't do that. That's not a great idea either. And being like waterlogged can disrupt your sleep. It can disrupt your dreams and everything. So you have to try to space it out in the day. It just has to become one of those things that is a way of life. There's no way around it. And people that say to me, I don't like water, this is one of my favorite terms. Put your big girl pants on, put your big boy pants on, and drink some water. There just is no way around it. Now, so people that don't like water and they want flavor, or even people that do like water that want flavor, there are so many natural ways you can do that. I do not recommend packets that go in, although I did find at the health food store there's like some B12 packets that are flavored. I mean, if you can find natural things, that's of course way better, and not to name brands, but like Crystal Light, aspartame, there's lots of things that have sugar, or artificial sweeteners and artificial ingredients. You really want to stay away from that. So some natural ways to flavor your water. Of course, everybody knows lemon, okay, but lemon can also get a little bit boring. I like lemon, but not every day. So a new one that I kind of came up with, it's just super easy, but I had an orange I was going to throw away yesterday because it was rock hard on the outside, and so I thought the inside's going to be dry, but I hate wasting food, so I was like, okay, what can I do with this? So I sliced it up, and I added it to my water. So this is the second one of the oranges that I was going to throw away, and I just have like 2 quarts of water. I sliced up this whole orange, which did end up being juicy in the inside, which was kind of weird. But so orange by itself would be great, but I thought let's take this one step further, and so I added ground cloves because cloves go really good with oranges. So I don't know, maybe a quarter to a half a teaspoon. And you can use the whole cloves too, and if you let it soak, that'll just flavor it up in there. So I have one of these nifty pitchers where you can just mix it all up, but I'll stick this in the fridge and let it set for a while, for an hour or two, just to get cold and let the flavors kind of go through. Now, if you can get past the floaties that this is going to create from the pulp in the oranges, you're golden. I have 2 preschoolers, so floaties don't bother me at all. But some people might have an issue with that there's orange pieces and there's cloves and stuff floating through there. And if that's the case, just strain it. Get one of those super small strainers, and you can strain your water through so it takes out that pulp. But I thought it was kind of a nice addition. I had a container of this, went through the whole 2 quarts yesterday. Some other ideas are cucumber, basil. I know sounds weird, but cucumber and water is really good. It's really refreshing. Basil, mint leaves. I had a client in one of my clean eating groups recently that smashed strawberries and kiwi, smashed them, and then put them in there. I mean, you can really go crazy with this. There's lots of spices you can use. I had another client that cut up apples and used cinnamon sticks and put those in there, and so that infusion of apple and cinnamon, and I tried that. I'm like, oh my god, I have to try that. I never thought about putting apples in my water. There's so many ways you can flavor it naturally, but you have to figure out a way to get your water intake in every single day. It's super important for your body to function properly. Okay, so a great place to start getting healthy or getting yourself healthier, drink your water. Have a great day.